affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. Alrighty, and of course we got to say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. Oh boy, what a day it was. And of course, what a weekend it was. How was the weekend for you? I hope that it was good. It was exciting, that you got the opportunity to do something fun. You know, it's needed at times. You just want to be able to serve you. You know what I mean? Yeah, serve yourself. Yeah. So I hope you were able to do you this weekend. Grand Lake Apprenticeship Program, we're going to be talking to you about that. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell attending the CTU ICT Week. Big conference tomorrow, God's willing. Yes, this is our Godsome conference. It's going to be taking place Radisson, the opening and everything like that. Huge. Cabinet ministers shows support as schools reopen on the Sister Isles. What else? Region told to brace for increased tropical cyclones and severe weather activity as well. We were supposed to be in the peak in September. We're heading over to October, but they're saying that look out for some trouble. Police in the Turks and Caicos Islands say a single firearm has been linked to 32 murders. And guess who is the commissioner of police there? Our very own Grenadian, Edwin Martin. What's going on with the new National Party? A lot of talks regarding the whoever is going to be taking up position as the leader of the new National Party. A lot of political talks, but things heating up. You would swear. Oh boy, politics in Grenada is like a movie. Yes, and we are all there to sit back and watch with our popcorn and Coke. We'll take a break, a short one. Coming back, the headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors. We've got Infinite Contractors on board as well with us, and all the other sponsors. We say thank you. We're happy to have you with us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Hey, here we go, flex. No. You good girl. We have a lot of talent. I mean, come on. We have a lot of talent. Of course, it's good that Real Value IGA Supermarket can spot this talent, and yeah, boy. So what's going on, people? Yeah, boy. They tell us to watch out for the weather. They've been telling us that for a while, but we have not seen anything too much to talk about. I mean, yeah, we got a hurricane early up in the season, but then you don't find like we have not had so many tropical cyclones. I mean, they're thing making mass out there, but not necessarily affecting us here in Grenada, which is very good. But the Barbados-based Caribbean Climate Outlook Forum, CARICOF, is warning Caribbean countries to be prepared for increased tropical cyclones and severe weather activities over the next 3 months. They say it cannot be overemphasized, particularly after the record-breaking Category 5 Beryl, plenty of flooding, and nearly non-stop record-breaking heat, that 2024 is a year of climate extremes in the Caribbean. Now, it is in its latest Caribbean Climate Outlooks publication released on Monday. CARICOF said that a transition to La Nina may occur in the equatorial Pacific, while near-record warm tropical North Atlantic Ocean temperatures will likely continue. Now, La Nina is a climate pattern that describes the cooling of surface ocean water along the tropical west coast of South Africa. Typically, La Nina events occur even every 3 to 5 years or so, but on occasions can occur over sensitive years. Or, sorry, not sensitive, but successive years, So for the Caribbean island and Belize and the Caribbean islands in general, such ocean conditions imply increased tropical cyclone and severe weather activities through December. All right. So it kind of like suggests that we can have increased, based on historical data, activities, particularly around the latter year months in the year, resulting in high potential for flooding, flash flooding, cascading hazards, and associated impacts. And that's according to CARICOF. It said unusual oceanic heat further implies episodes of oppressive humid heat, and it could continue into early November, particularly in the ABC Islands, that's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, and the Guianas and the Windward Islands, to which we are part of. So they are saying that all the signs are there, typically, that can cause a severe last few months of the year. And so they are warning us of the likelihood of those severe weather conditions, risk of severe weather impacts from intense shower activities, including flooding, flash flooding, and all these things. They're saying that it's likely to happen and interfere with the smooth flow of our lives and so on. We see what Beryl has done to Carriacou and the Petite Martinique. They're still fighting to survive this, to recover from it. and to have other severe weather patterns coming in and adding insult to injury. You can understand, you know? Oh boy. So we've got something here for you from Greenland. They say that they are inviting men and women to participate in a 2-year line technician apprenticeship program within the transmission and distribution department. And they posted something on the site and so in terms of the qualifications and experiences and stuff that is required for you to, and listen, they say Grand Lake is one of the best places to work. You understand? You should at least have a minimum of 3 CSEC or GCE subjects, at least a recognized certificate in electrical installation and or exposure to specialized training in electrical installation and maintenance, you know, little things like that now. And of course, well, you have to have a driver's license, at least a B-class driver's license. All right, so if you're looking for work, and let me tell you, like I said, Grand Lake is probably one of the best places to work in Canada. So they say now, you know, come on, we are willing to hire you. Yeah, son, so don't play lucky and God. Try the business. Son, the Prime Minister said, he over the weekend, he was addressing, or we don't reach yet, the General Assembly thingy. You know, they just have that ever so often and things like that, and he was talking about what Grenada needs. We are a resilient people. We need funding because we have a lot of things to deal with in terms of climate change. Let Grenada be a model for tests and for coming up with solutions where adverse weather conditions and so on. I'm just paraphrasing. You understand? So that was like the gist, speaking about Grenada's resilience and putting himself as an example of resilience and stuff like that. Yeah, so now I'll go back and watch it. It's on our page. You understand? So study all ahead. Just check it out. All right. While we on the Prime Minister, he's currently the chairman of CARICOM, Caribbean Community. He led head of government for science and technology, CARICOM quasi cabinet, and so when you know, ting. He hosted. He was a part of a seminar, boy. You understand? He's attending the CTU ICT Week seminar, hosted by the Caribbean Telecommunications Unit, the CTU, and that's in collaboration with the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology (ICT) of St. Kitts and Nevis. This year's conference, under the theme "Bridging Technologies for a Sustainable and Inclusive Future." Understand? I think that meeting was today, ended, and I think the Prime Minister is scheduled to be back tomorrow, if they are not back yet, because you know they have the big bad Sargassum conference that's going to be taking place tomorrow and Wednesday. Big conference. Yeah, so I think they say they have a Sargassum powered vehicle, something to that effect. I want to see it. And I want to see it, because if we can get fuel out of the Sargassum seaweed, then we're in business. Let the Sargassum come. And there must be something we can do with Sargassum. There must be something. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, there have to be. You understand? God don't make a mistake. When he sends it to our shows, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Hold on, I have a picture there, but forget that we talk about it. It's a blessing. You know, sometimes when life throws certain things at you, it might just be a blessing. Somebody trying to look out, but we are so negative. We just look for the negative in every situation. Do you know that out of negative situations can come life-changing experiences and blessings? You know, I met in an accident and I had this paralysis of my face and people used to tease me. Understand? And it turned out to be the same mouth is what I used to make a living. You understand? So sometimes God chose blessings in unique ways because, you know, sometimes, here's this. When you have coconut and you decide to go and sell coconut and decide everybody's selling coconut too. You have corn and you decide to go and sell corn and decide everybody's selling corn too. So sometimes God is going to present blessing in different ways so that you are unique in what you present. But no, you tend to see it as negative. God may be sending in sarcasm because he's saying, listen, I am giving you a hint. This sargassum that I'm sending to you will lies your blessing for the next 10, 20, 15 years. You understand? You take it and you throw it, you don't know. God say, listen, look it again. You take it, you throw it and you complain. God say, look it, hello, I'm talking to you. You understand? So sargassum in your lily lolo. Blessings until you realize that it's in fact a blessing. You understand? Anyway, let's leave that talk. We're moving. Yeah, but you get where I'm coming from. You get where I'm coming from. Sometimes you have to stop. When it keeps coming at you, you have to stop and say, wait now. Maybe there's a blessing in disguise. You understand? Anyway, let's leave that talk. I'll go back up the picture and the bin it now. You see, I could put up the picture and the bin it now because it's time for this one here. In a show of moral support to the schools of Carriacou and Petit Martinique cabinet ministers, led by acting Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, journeyed. You understand? Carriacou. You understand? They went to Carriacou. See that the ministerial team divided into 3 groups and they visited all the 6 primary and 2 secondary schools in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Acting Prime Minister Cornwall said that the visit is significant as they seek to reassure the teaching fraternity that government has their backs and will provide all the necessary support that they need. Already, government is providing, they say, free breakfast and lunch for all schools on the island, and all parents can benefit from schools uniform assistance programs and so on, which is actually coordinated by the Ministry of Education. And so they say they're just trying to show all you that they're working and that they're working in your interest. You understand? So they go into business and they organize the business and the business and the business. All right. How are we looking? Hear that piece. Hear that piece. Police in the Turks and Caicos Islands in TCI, they have disclosed that advanced ballistic analysis has shown one single firearm being linked to at least 32 murders. This simply highlights the growing threat of organized crime in these territories, such as the Turks and Caicos. Well, hear that piece. Let me be more eloquent when I say this. Speaking at a recent press briefing, Commissioner of Police, Sir Grenadian Edwin Martin, said, through crime analysis, we have identified that as much as 32 murders, with ongoing analysis still being conducted, were associated with more than one person using the firearm. And that sounds like they're passing it around. In certain circumstances, as many as 3, 4, 5, 6, and even 7 cases of homicides have been ballistically linked to the same weapon. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if I could say that on the business. Anyway, we don't go there tonight. You know, that's that. You see the level of yeah, I don't want to go there tonight. But anyway, all I could say is congratulations, Sir Edwin Martin. We know what you're capable of. We know what you are capable of because you have proven your capability. You talk the talk and you walk the walk. And anywhere you go, we would know because your standard of work speak for you. It speaks for you. You understand? You know, you have some people, anywhere you put them, you would know. Because their work, you understand, does the speaking. So, sir, good job. Good job. And not only, putting the force together and all of that and getting things done, you understand? But showing the public that when you commit crime, they are going to find you. They are going to find you. And that is one of the things Martin ensured, that he made criminals and would-be criminals uncomfortable when he leads the Royal Grenada Police Force. It may never happen again. I don't know, because you know how things is. But my God. Anyway, let me move. Why we talk about politics in Grenada? Nice, yeah, Papa. I love going on with politics in Grenada now. Who's looking good and who's not? If there was an election tomorrow, God's willing, which political party do you think will gain the support of the majority of Grenadians? As we can tell you that things are seemingly heating up politically in the Tri-Island state, as if there were an election coming soon. Maybe there is. We don't know. The election is constitutionally due every 5 years, so we still have some time. But the Prime Minister at any time can decide, ting, 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 and this mash up. But earlier, the conversation was breaking the internet. Oh, hold on. The conversation is about the leadership of the new National Party. And you already know the former Prime Minister and leader of the NMP is hinting ever so often that his tenure as the leader of the party is coming to an end, and that someone will take up the position. So, of course, the party is likely to support, like, the delegates who the leader gives that nod, who the leader, so they're likely to respond favorably to who he endorses as the next leader, as the next potential leader. Whereas from within the same party, there might be others who, it's like a regular thing. It's a democracy in a sense. Might be other people who wants to be the leader, who would like to be the leader too, and may employ certain strategies to guarantee a successful bid for leadership. And so you're hearing little conversations are being had about that, So I think that's what's breaking the internet currently in terms of who will become the leader of the new National Party. Yeah? Well, time will tell. Time will tell. It's coming closer and closer every day. So we will see what happens. But politically, things are heating up. I like elections because my company gets to make a little money here and there. You know what I mean? So, we're up for hirement. Anybody who likes to hire, of course, we are undoubtedly. We guarantee you proper quality live streams at a cost that's not going to break the bank. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we are open for business. You understand? So anyway, let me leave that talk. Day. Understand? One day I want us to have a nice, probably I'll change my little settings, sometimes there are things that I would like to say, but for many reasons I'm not able to do so because, for many reasons, You understand? But soon, probably, I could use my platform once or twice to editorialize a little bit, to talk some talks, of a lot of things that I see happening as not politically, but lifestyle, and maybe when I get time, because I ain't trying to be too busy. You understand? I ain't trying to make myself too busy, because at the same time, you have to strike a balance between work, entertainment, and family. Because that certainly will be entertainment if I decide to do something different than what we're doing now. But sometimes I want to talk because they say, I see so many things happening on a daily basis that requires some degree of, conversation. So that, because, sometimes when you let things go on for too long, it becomes, even like, for example, the wrong thing, go on for too long, it becomes right in some people's head. You understand? And if certain behaviors are not challenged by the righter thinking people, you can let them people with screws that are too loose believe, that, the craziness that they're doing is right. You understand? So sometimes, every day I see little scenarios that I believe that, we should challenge. We should challenge. And bit by bit, we'll get to straighten ourselves as a people. You understand? When we challenge certain antisocial behaviors. You understand? I find we let loose people too loose. You understand? And affect our image as a country, because they are the ones who are doing all the talking. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you don't challenge some of the things that they say and do, it's like you weaponize them. You give them, the what should I say, the tools to go and do more crap. You understand? So I think that eventually we'll have, but anyway, I talk. We'll handle that or yourself in time to come. Oh God. Anyway, let me take a good thing on the program and come back here, Papa. How are we looking? Java and all the blessings to all there. Boy! I forgot to tell you that. Last week, when Friday? Was it Friday I didn't have a program? Boy! So I decided, come home, them children and my real pace. I had a long day. As normal. Long day. So I decided, I'll come down to them children level a little bit. And them children want to play. But them men beat me up, Kick off. Two of them small men, they ganging me. Like a fun. The men gang me. Like a fun on them. Hey! Oh, yeah. Time coming to come prepare my program. I stand up and I get up, time to I find a kind of, the boy kind of dizzy. Good dizzy, Feel nauseous and dizzy and just off balance. What the hell is this? I go down and take a little lie down because I prepared the news already. I put most of the content together. It was just so kind of fine tuned. Let me take a 10 minutes rest. I don't know what's going on, maybe because I had a long day, you know what I mean? Hey, all you? Hey, what a modern flow, are we? I don't know what's going on with me, boy. I say, what, boy? All you? Long story short, I couldn't make it, Couldn't make it, boy. Hey, I don't know. I didn't go by no doctor or anything. I feel a little, I good now, But, yeah, no. So whatever happened to me, I don't want to, whatever I felt there, I don't want to feel like again, Papa. Because I don't know what happened there. All I know is couldn't make a note. I said them small man, they might hit a button, they might press a button, you understand? Them small man might press reboot. Yeah, and the reboot might be taking a couple hours. But NASA, I apologize for not being able to make it on first Friday, right? But that was the scenario. I ain't had nothing to hide. Son, me and them small man was playing. We were playing very rough for a little while, and then the next thing you know, 40 hits harder than you think. I say, maybe I get all. NASA, no sir. All the make children in all the young age, we have about 23, 24, 25. They go mine. And I said, but don't do like me. No sir. Because what's supposed to be just a normal interaction, then send me in hospital, Papa, yo. We're coming back. When we come back, we've got the national report. And, yeah. Now, before we go to that, we have for you the weather. Hi, Miriam. How are you doing? So I see we have here the weather from the Met Office. Yeah, boy. There was a kind of thing, eh? Some days are very hot. Some days are very cloudy. And it's just the weather is just bipolar. Weather is expected to be generally fair. Okay? Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Now the winds is expected to be just about east-northeasterly to easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calmer times. Seas slight to moderate, with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. For Tuesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be mostly fair with light to moderate afternoon and nighttime showers and a low chance of thunderstorm overnight. Max temperature 32.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calmer time. Seas expected to be about light to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in northeasterly swells. So that, my friends, is the weather for tonight and tomorrow. Don't forget to check out our page for the Sargassum conference. And of course, it's going to be an all-day session for tomorrow and Wednesday. Yeah, so it's going to be a very important conference. So we invite you to take a look. Take a break, coming back with the national report. But first, Mikey, how you could do that? You're forgetting yourself. Or I must say hello to my peoples on YouTube. Big up to the peoples on YouTube. You know, YouTube people always there and of course interacting and so on. Hello. So we have people like Jennifer, who's always there. Arthur, what's going on, Arthur? Celine, Keith, Glenora. Who else? Marcus, what's going on, Marcus? And everybody else. Blessings to you. All right, all of you on YouTube. Likewise, the Facebook people, Java. I know I told Java to do a little job. Java, you just fix me up, right? So big up to Java, big up to Bernadette, big up to Kireen, Michelle, Diana, Hazelanne, Adonna, Jacinta. Who else? I see Michelle already. Ansha, what's going on? Yeah. Blessings to you, all right? Aisha, Brenda, Yvonne, Christmas coming, your name go Carl. I tell Java to tell her I can't make it here night. Java, I hope you do the thing. I hope you do the thing. What else? So guys, take care. Touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. Same time, same place. All right, thank you very much, Java. And may God bless you guys. We've got for you coming up the national report. Be right there. We'll be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Quartz has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Quartz Ready Finance. Quartz, make home yours.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, but wait until you see the transformation.
First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles clump together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink.
And that, my friends, is how Nawasa brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our wash pan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
the GIS news for Monday, September 30th, 2024. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, members of Cabinet travel to the Sister Isles to support staff and students as they return to school post-Hurricane Beryl. We'll have the details to this story and more after the break.
Are you a member of a youth-led organization in Grenada?
Are you ready to take your community, youth, or sports organization to the next level?
Then this video is for you. Community-based organizations are the backbone of our communities and parishes. They nurture our future leaders, preserve the heritage of Grenada, and enrich our social fabric.
Sadly, there has been a significant decrease in the number of community youth-led and other organizations in our communities.
Additionally, the existing organizations are...
Members of Cabinet traveled to the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petite Martinique on Monday to witness firsthand the return of students and staff to schools following a delayed reopening after Hurricane Beryl ravaged the islands. The team was divided so each school on both islands were visited by a minister or government representative. Parliamentary Representative Honorable Tevin Andrews, Honorable Delma Thomas, and Acting Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, visited schools in Hillsborough. Vice Principal of Bishop's College, Indra Scott, and teacher at Hillsborough Government, Darian Bethel, commended the government on the initiative to bring hope to the students and staff.
The challenges we were able to at least get 2.5 weeks of Form 5 classes, which I feel very good about because it means that our children are seemingly getting back on it where they should be for this time. Well, it is timely. And of course, we are elated to know that we have support coming from the cabinet and the government, that they too understand and appreciate what Bishop's College has been doing, what our challenges, and are giving us the assurance that they are going to assist us, and soon.
Beryl did a lot of damage. Beryl break all records, but here we are today setting a record. After 3 months and just 1 month delay, here we are back to school. And we really appreciate that, and this is highly commendable. Yeah, so we just want to say thanks to the minister and the team for all that they are doing, right? And we hope that they just continue to do what they're doing a good job.
Acting Prime Minister Honorable Dennis Cornwall gave the assurance that much more is in the pipeline for Carriacou and Petite Martinique for schools as well as the housing and infrastructure sectors. Carriacou, he said, will soon be back to some semblance of normalcy.
This is not a just symbolic or simple arrangement. We wanted to be here to make sure we can tell you face to face that we understand the difficulties that all the schools in Carriacou might be facing at this point in time. We understand that some of the facilities are not at the optimum level yet, but we know that having started it, we'll make sure that we can bring it to where we want it to be, not the distant future from here. And so the numbers that we have seen out here today, I hope is almost the entire school population as well as the teachers. We want to tell you that we will be supporting you in a big way to make sure that you get comfortable as you go. I know some of you may have difficulty with your housing still because we have not yet been able to at least put back everybody's house in the best conditions for them, as well as we know that other facilities like water, electricity, telephone, communication in Carriacou is still difficult. I mean, even when I try to reach certain people, I can't reach them because of the telecommunication issues. But we know that gradually, those teams in Nawassa, Digicel, Flow, and Grenlick is working hard behind the scenes to make sure that you get back to where you were prior to Hurricane Beryl.
Parliamentary Representative Honorable Tevin Andrews outlined some of the initiatives being implemented for students during this period.
The voucher is for everyone across the board, whether you have or you don't have. So parents and guardians shouldn't have no excuse. That's another commitment that the government has made. The other commitment that we have made is that there will be free breakfast for all the children and free lunch. So parents, the only thing you have to worry about is when they go home, you provide them with their supper. The government taking care of their breakfast and their lunch. And there are many other things that we are doing to assist. The list is too long. And if there are ways in which we can make it easier and more conducive to you, the teachers, principal, and staff, make the requests known. We may not be able to fulfill all of your requests, but we'll certainly try to see what we can do to ease your burdens.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell is making a call for the Caribbean community to embrace the digital transformation that is currently occurring. Prime Minister Mitchell was the featured speaker at the opening of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union ICT Week 2024 in St. Kitts. The seminar, which is being held under the theme Bridging Technologies for a Sustainable and Inclusive Future, focuses on promoting ICT development, discussing emerging trends, and fostering collaboration with stakeholders. Prime Minister Mitchell said the Caribbean is not exempt for the changes that are happening in the technological landscape, and as such, they must be embraced to survive and prosper.
The Caribbean, like much of the developing world, stands at a very unique time in history with respect to new technological innovations. Do these technical innovations help us in the region to close the gaps in inequality and economic disparity, or do they widen these gaps? Should we approach the future with optimism or with uncertainty? In reality, our future prosperity depends on how well we embrace this digital revolution. And to do that, we must build awareness and take action to align our national and regional policies with global best practices. And after this alignment, we must take decisive action and demonstrate leadership at the political level.
Stay with us. We'll have more stories after the break.
Welcome to Pure Grenada, the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. On October 1st and 2nd, the government of Grenada will host the 2nd annual European Union Caribbean Sargassum Conference. We are excited to welcome governments, entrepreneurs, investors, scientists, and financial institutions from across the Caribbean and Europe. Together, we'll explore how to turn this growing environmental and economic challenge into new opportunities for our communities. Grenada is proud to be the hub where experiences are shared, innovative solutions are explored, investments are mobilized, and regional collaboration is strengthened to tackle this issue together. The need for viable solutions is undeniable, and it demands innovative approaches to transform sargassum from waste into a valuable resource. Together, let's explore sustainable practices and exciting investment opportunities around sargassum in the Caribbean basin, where challenges can pave the way for incredible new ventures. Join us as we work to turn the tide.
For climate change, what is Grenada going to experience? Going to experience water shortage. It's going to experience, particularly after storm hurricanes, the Nawasa system is going to break down, and you will need water in between. Rainwater harvesting could help. So rainwater harvesting is not only about getting water for drinking or for use. It is also about minimizing flooding and flood control.
Welcome back. European officials are optimistic that Grenada and the Caribbean region will realize more positive returns in opportunities presented by the sargassum seaweed following this week's conference at Radisson Beach Resort. Grenada will host the second EU Caribbean Global Gateway Conference on sargassum Tuesday and Wednesday of this week to address the growing environmental and socio-economic impact of sargassum seaweed across the Caribbean basin. The conference is also intended to build regional capacity, attract investment, and promote innovation to transform this environmental challenge into sustainable economic opportunities. Director for Latin America and the Caribbean, Felix Fernandez, said the Caribbean will soon be part of the value chain and maximize on investments and benefits.
If we help, we can support Grenada building a value chain so that people will pay for sargassum. And then it won't be a problem, it will be an opportunity, source of revenue for the island, source of technology, transferring, source of jobs for the island. But we need to understand the other experiences in the region, in the Caribbean, and what we could do in Grenada. And we have more than 300 people tomorrow and on Wednesday, from Caribbean islands, from international financial institutions, from Europe, private companies from here and there who have specialized in using sargassum in their value chain. So they want to buy sargassum, and that's my question is, can you sell sargassum? And we've reshaped our strategy in the Caribbean. We call it now the Global Gateway, which is a bit of a brand that we use, but the thing is that we want through it to approach our partners in the Caribbean to support what they are trying to do to become more resilient, but also become more prosperous, more jobs, procurement, joint procurement. There's a number of things that fit in together. For example, if you talk about sargassum, there's a number of technologies, infrastructure, and equipment that will need to be used by every island. Now, if every island goes out and buys on its own, there's a price. If all the islands decide to buy the same infrastructure or the same equipment or a similar amount all at the same time, there's a different price. And that's what helps bring down the price of issues for the Caribbean. If you can work together to make joint procurement, obviously, if you are a company and you're selling, I don't know, microphones, you sell one, you sell one. If you sell them 1 million, then you get a better price.
European Ambassador to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Malgorzata Wasilewska, says the experts and researchers will provide a way forward for sargassum. She is hopeful that at the end there can be a commitment to action to resolve the issue.
I'm extremely excited that we managed to pull together with the government of Grenada and OECS this phenomenally huge event. I mean, we have participation of academics, of private sector. We will be showcasing those initiatives that already exist. We have financial institutions and private sector interested in investing more. We will have a political engagement as well. There's a ministerial component. So this is our effort to bring all the existing strands of conversations and action on sargassum together to see how we can really help to translate it into economic benefit. So valorization of sargassum, be it as a building material, be it as a fertilizer, being into cosmetics, or perhaps the most exciting thing is biomass to fuel. And we believe, and I know that the government of Grenada believes that as well as other governments of the region, that if there is a way to work together, bring technology and funds from outside, this can help to bring investments, create jobs, and help to get rid of this enormous problem, which of course is choking up your beaches and affecting your tourism. So extremely excited. I think it's about 400 people. All the governments from the whole Caribbean Sea have representatives, and I do think that we will have commitment to action.
The conference will explore the latest on research, monitoring and forecasting, prevention and containment, collection and harvesting, treatment, use and disposal of sargassum biomass. It will be held under the theme, Turning the Tide, Sustainable Practices and Economic Opportunities for Sargassum in the Caribbean Basin. Chief Fisheries Officer and Technical Specialist within the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, Justin Rennie, says Grenada's hosting of the second EU Caribbean Global Gateway Conference on Sargassum, October 1st and 2nd, is of significant importance to his ministry. The international conference on Sargassum will focus on the social issue and the opportunities that can bring benefits to small developing states.
The fishing industry has been inordinately affected, not only in terms of the entanglement of fishing lines and the fouling of engines, but also from a biological perspective, in the sense that a lot of juvenile species are caught within the sargassum. And if it is not handled properly, then it could mean significant problems for our marine resources and juvenile species. Some of those species have been caught by our local fishermen. Okay, so this conference is of significant importance. So we have to look at the management of the sargassum, because it seems to be here to stay with us. And it has a lot of genesis from the whole issue of our environment and climate change issues and so. So it seems to be, it will be with us for a long time. So we have to look at the management.
Mr. Rennie says management of the sargassum will form a critical component of the conference, along with the proper methodologies for cleaning up, storage, and to find ways how best the product can be commercialized.
There are lots of research being ongoing by the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism to look at producing valuable products from sargassum. And research has so far been indicated that liquid fertilizer is one of those products that can be produced from this sargassum. But there could be other type of products that can be produced from the sargassum. So the conference is very important, okay, for us as small island states, because whenever we have this influx, it creates significant problem, loss of fishing days and biological issues and other coastal nuisance for persons residing in the coastal areas. So we trust that over the next 2 days, that the wealth of information that will be gathered from this conference would assist us in terms of better developing management measures to ensure that we can deal with the issue of the sargassum, which continues to pervade throughout the region.
The two-day conference will also seek to build regional capacity, attract investments, and promote innovation and partnership to this environmental challenge into sustainable economic opportunities.
One of the successful products is that of liquid fertilizer. And as you know, that Grenada is an agricultural country. We depend on agriculture. So it has proven to be very successful, the liquid fertilizer. So the issue now is identifying persons from the business sector who are willing to invest, whether in a public-private partnership or a solely private partnership. So that is one of the ideas that would be brought forward by Grenada. But as I said, the management of the sargassum is of critical importance.
Continuing the news, global investments, local impact, driving Grenada's development through investment migration. The theme under which the Investment Migration Agency will host its symposium series on Tuesday, October 1st, 2024 at the Grenada Athletic Stadium. The session will educate Grenadians on the program, successes, and the role they can play in increasing the results of the program. Deputy CEO Carleen Purcell told GIS the symposium seeks to boost the country's citizenship by investment program to propel more economic growth and development.
What we will do at that symposium is highlight the different areas that our National Transformation Fund contributions have been used towards the capital projects that they've been used towards, as well as we will speak to some of the areas that the success stories that the projects that are approved as CBI projects have been able to add value to the tourism product as a whole. If you recall that we've had 2 hotels that opened just this year that were both part of the the program. So we would highlight some of those things and the impact that those things can have on one's economy. As well as we're going to use the opportunity we have a local agent, Ms. Ventu De Vega, who is going to speak to you and engage with the audience, answer questions regarding her journey as a local agent and what that did for her operations, having to expand and the growth within her organization to be able to meet the needs of the program and opportunities that there might be for even beyond persons investing initially and having gotten their citizenship.
Investment migration is everybody's business and hold tremendous benefits for every citizen.
We are working on, getting some support that we can assist developers, potential developers, in coming up with the business idea, the business plan around how they can monetize it so that we can attract investors in those areas as well, outside of the tourism industry. The CBI program is not just for developers, investors, not just for the government to earn revenue and you just take it and you put it in a corner somewhere. But it's our business. Like tourism, it's our business. We all benefit. The roads we drive on, the traffic lights we see, the playing fields our children are playing on, the schools that are being developed. Even now, post-burial, you have, changes are being made and development happening at some of the, in some of those locations that got damaged. And some of those funds will be coming from, the capital funds. Some of that is likely to come from our NTF as well. So I am saying that I want persons to walk away knowing that the Investment Migration Agency and the CBI program it runs is for all Grenadians.
Stay with us. We'll have more after the break.
Welcome to Pure Grenada, the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. On October 1st and 2nd, the government of Grenada will host the 2nd annual European Union Caribbean Sargassum Conference. We are excited to welcome governments, entrepreneurs, investors, scientists, and financial institutions from across the Caribbean and Europe. Together, we'll explore how to turn this growing environmental and economic challenge into new opportunities for our communities. Grenada is proud to be the hub where experiences are shared, innovative solutions are explored, investments are mobilized, and regional collaboration is strengthened to tackle this issue together. The need for viable solutions is undeniable, and it demands innovative approaches to transform sargassum from waste into a valuable resource. Together, let's explore sustainable practices and exciting investment opportunities around sargassum in the Caribbean Basin, where challenges can pave the way for incredible new ventures. Join us as we work to turn the tide.
Well, at this time of the year, we do expect rainfall events because we will be affected by systems such as tropical wave passing through. We will have the presence of the ITCZ in our area, and we might even have tropical cyclones, whether the depression or storm. Okay? So what we would expect is we will have big rain events. Okay? No matter how dry or wet the season is, we are going to have big rain events. So therefore it is important for every household to have some bit of water stored, because these big rain events normally put us pressure on the water system. For example, we have landslides that may take away pipes. We may have heavy rainfall that would block the dams and so forth, and so your regular supply will be interrupted. So it is so important for every household to have the recommended 3 days storage of potable water in the household for such eventualities.
If there's one thing we know for sure, life is an unpredictable journey, full of twists and turns, but no matter where it takes you, the National Insurance Scheme is here, ready to support you every step of the way. Sickness benefits ensures that you can focus on recovery, not financial stress. Maternity allowance and grant provides essential support to start your beautiful journey of parenthood. The unemployment benefits act as a safety net, giving you peace of mind during challenging times. Employment injuries can be daunting, but NIS provides comprehensive coverage, including injury benefit, medical expenses, disablement, and death benefits. At NIS, your well-being is priority. Now you can face challenges confidently, knowing that support is just a claim away. Contact us today to find out more about the range of benefits or visit our website at www.nisgrenada.org.
And welcome back. ASP Ryan Hall, officer in charge of the Criminal Investigations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, has reported a significant breakthrough in the recovery of a few stolen boat engines and scooters. During a media update at his Green Street office on Monday, ASP Hall said the theft of the items has increased in recent months, that prompted his department to intensify its operations and efforts that have yielded positive results.
We have recognized that we have been experiencing an increase in stealing related offenses, especially as it relates to the stealing of scooters and boat engines. As a result of that, we have intensified our efforts on the ground in terms of gathering our intelligence. We have analyzed our information and along the way we have executed operations that would have led to the seizure of several of these scooters and boat engines. To date, we have arrested and charged several persons as it relates to the stealing of the boat engines. The matters as it relates to the scooters are still under investigation. I just want to take this opportunity to appeal to members of the public who continue to be our best partner, our greatest partner in terms of sharing information. But we just want to appeal to you that if you should see anything as it relates to the stealing of these engines or any offenses in particular, please report same. You can contact 911 or CID.
The loss of the items, ASP Hall says, has affected several individuals in terms of their investments and livelihoods.
Some of these items, we were unable to recover these items. Based on the investigation, what we have realized that some of these items were sent up the island and some went down south, basically trading for drugs and so. So it makes it basically difficult for these persons who would have been honest in terms of the trade that they apply to continue their normal living. So we just want to appeal to persons who have any information as it relates to that to please share this information with us so we can continue our investigation in this matter.
In its latest operation, 6 scooters were recovered that resulted in 5 people being charged and awaiting their first court appearance.
In terms of the engines, over the weekend gone, we have recovered 9 engines. And from what we would have gathered, several more have been stolen and would have went up either up the island or down south. This stealing offenses as it relates to the stealing of the engine spread basically from Sutter's in the north to Grand Anse in the south, basically on that western coast. So you have engines that were stolen from Sutter's, from Guave, Grand Mall and Grand Anse.
ASP Hall explains the next step as it relates to the stolen items now in their possession.
In terms of the engines and scooters that we have in custody, we have tried to reach out to as many persons as possible who would have made complaint, but we like to use your medium too to appeal to persons who would have made reports to come to CID and see if we can identify your item, the scooter, the engine. And after we would have charged these persons, we are going to bring them to court to ensure that the court sets the direction thereafter.
The individuals now in police custody for the stealing offenses range from teens to age 40. Plans are progressing for the construction of a fully equipped tissue culture laboratory at the Maribor Propagation Station. With support from the Chinese Agricultural Mission, foundation work began last week on approximately 2,000 square feet of land to prepare for the full construction phase. The lab, donated by the People's Republic of China, will provide disease-free plantlets to farmers through micro-propagation techniques. Nigel Gibbs, supervisor of propagation at the Maribor Propagation Station, explains that the facility will help boost production as the ministry aims to address crop shortages in specific areas.
The significance of the lab going forward now and is very timely because we got impacted by Hurricane Beryl. We do need to have mass propagation of different crop types, different species, and that process could facilitate it. So once the lab is constructed, we will see again the propagation of the Musa species, the banana, the plantain, etc. And that would probably be our first target. But then things that are easy to do by tissue culture, the tanias, the dashins, and so on, even the sweet potatoes, the pineapples, those are quite easy to do, and we do have a lot of cultivars to establish germplasm and to have a repository or a safe place for germplasm when there is an impending threat. The tissue culture facility would suffice for all of these functions. So there can be an easy transition from stored plantlets, and of course we could keep them in culture for between, say, 1 to 3 years. Yeah, and that will help a lot in us being able to replant quickly after we've been impacted. And we're keeping our fingers crossed and hope that that is not the case, but that will be the main function of a tissue culture lab.
With most of the equipment already on the island, Gibbs stated that the project is expected to be completed by February 2025.
Hopefully, we would have a functioning facility by February of 2025 with all the equipment and so on. Just to note here that most of the equipment for the lab is already in Grenada. So we have a lot of the orbital shakers, the laminar flow hoods, a lot of the reagents and so on. In fact, is stored at Lasajes by the Chinese, incubators and so on. It would just probably be now a matter of retrofitting with the shelves, the stands, and the different amenities that needs to go with the building. But most of the equipment, if not 90% of it, I would say from what I've seen, about 75 to 80% of the equipment to outfit the lab is already in Grenada.
The lab brings a new perspective to agriculture and presents opportunities for job creation. Gibbs notes that this will allow aspiring agriculturists to view the field in a different light.
We are expecting now, because there is a tendency for the younger population to shy away from agriculture. So I'm making this clarion call for the people in agriculture, the agriculture science students, the biology, the chemist students, the mathematicians, the physicists among our secondary school, our TAMCC population, and even our SGU population. This is an avenue for employment because we will be looking for highly specified, highly trained people, and of course training will be a continuous thing, but we would need people who are capable of working in an environment like that. And I think it's an opportunity now for the people who are in the sciences especially. You know, they tend to go off into medicine most of the times once they take that track. And this would be a perfect opportunity for them to really work in agriculture and experience agriculture in a different light than what is normally being portrayed, the knife and the cutlass and fork and hoe kind of agriculture.
Finally, in the news, Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagranade on Monday received the first symbolic poppy from Lauren Gray, President of the Grenada Legion of the Royal Commonwealth Ex-Services League, to launch the 2024 Poppy campaign. The pinning of the poppy is a symbol of remembrance and hope for a peaceful future and recognizes those who have fought in world wars. President Gray made an appeal for citizens to purchase a poppy as it will assist veterans.
All it takes is to invite Her Excellency, the patron of the Grenada Legion of RCL, to accept and wear a poppy at the start of the launch for 2024. Over the past few years, the interest in our veterans has been waning. So this year, we are making an all-out effort to appeal to the Grenadian public to contribute and wear a poppy to help our worthy beneficiaries, and appealing to the media to not just contribute, but to wear a poppy up until on November 12, 2024. Lest we forget those men and women who have fought for our freedom, the ones we enjoy today.
The Governor General pinned all 3 executive members of the Royal Commonwealth Ex-Services League. We take a break. When we return, we'll have the sports roundup.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
For over a decade, the Caribbean Sea has struggled with an overwhelming influx of sargassum, washing up on our beaches and impacting our coasts, our health, and our economies. Now it's time to take action.
Welcome to Pure Grenada, the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. On October 1st and 2nd, the government of Grenada will host the 2nd annual European Union Caribbean Sargassum Conference. We are excited to welcome governments, entrepreneurs, investors, scientists, and financial institutions from across the Caribbean and Europe.
The need for viable solutions is undeniable, and it demands innovative approaches to transform sargassum from waste into a valuable resource.
Grenada is proud to be the hub where experiences are shared, innovative solutions are explored, investments are mobilized, and regional collaboration is strengthened to tackle this issue together.
Across Europe, a lot of people are working to support our Caribbean partners in addressing the growing challenge of sargassum, which affects so many people in this region.
Together, let's explore sustainable practices and exciting investment opportunities around sargassum in the entire Caribbean basin, where challenges can pave the way for incredible new ventures.
We are bringing our best from both the public and private sectors, along with the financial institutions, to Grenada as we collaborate on innovative solutions and economically viable uses for sargassum.
The need for viable solutions is undeniable, and it demands innovative approaches to transform sargassum from waste into a valuable resource.
Imagine transforming it into biofuel, compost, or even biodegradable products. The potential is simply enormous.
Together, let's explore sustainable practices and exciting investment opportunities around sargassum in the Caribbean basin.
In Grenada, we will showcase Caribbean and European innovators who are leading the way with solutions ready to be scaled up. Our mission is clear: to build sustainable value chains that foster economic growth, environmental sustainability, and resilience across your communities. This is the spirit of the global gateway for this region.
Join us as we work to turn the tide.
Welcome back. In sports this evening, the coordinator of sports, Carolyn Peters, says he is pleased with the response to and participation in the National Cross Country Championship. We'll get more in this sports roundup.
Meanwhile, the third round of preliminary races in the Ministry of Youth and Sports Blue Bubbles National Cross Country Championships was held from the Kirani James Athletic Stadium car park on Saturday, September 28th, with 191 participants, 85 being male and 106 being female. The males were divided into two categories, junior and senior. Here are the results of the 10K race. In the female division, Saraya Phillip of the Boca Secondary School placed first, Peaches Panchu from MacDonald College placed second, and Annie Logie from St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's, placed third. In the junior male, Keith Charles from Grenada Christian Academy placed first, Patrice Deloney from Happy Hill Secondary School placed second, and Jontia Noel from Track Blazers placed third. In the senior male division, Jamie Romain of Ace placed first, Miguel Cape, also of Ace, placed second, and Shaquem Williams from South City placed third. Livron Thorne of Ace, Annalisa Brown of Boca Secondary School, and Azaria Simon of the St. Mary's Catholic School did not participate in the race. In netball, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' Vincy Jewels handed the ECCB International Netball Series champions Grenada their second and most significant loss of the 2024 tournament to be crowned the 2024 ECCB International Netball Series champs. The Vincentians played unbeaten, winning all of their 7 matches, defeating Grenada in the final match of the 2024 version 59-50. Grenada's Carleen Alexander scored 36 from 39 attempts made, and Selena Brown scored 14 from 22. The 30th and final regular fixture of the 2024 Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League saw reigning champions Guyana Amazon Warriors suffer a heavy 74-run defeat at the hands of the Trinbago Knight Riders on home turf in Providence. Despite this loss, the Amazon Warriors finished top of the table and will face the St. Lucia Kings in Qualifier 1 on October 2nd. The Knight Riders will face Barbados in the eliminator match on October 1st. Nicolas Puran played one of the finest innings in the history of the CPL by striking a majestic century for the Knight Riders, finishing with 101 off just 59 balls with 9 fours and 8 sixes to his name. Final scores: Trinbago Knight Riders 211 for 5 in the allotted 20 overs, and Guyana Amazon Warriors 137 for 10 in 18.5 overs. Trinbago Knight Riders win by 74.
The sports roundup has brought us to the end of the GIS News for Monday, September 30th, 2024. I am Chris Ann Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.
We are including new inclusive assessment strategies, new just everything that you could think about that is new, that is relevant for teachers to learn. These days we are having that in the curriculum. So you no longer have to go to a book and turn pages. You click a button and you get access to the curriculum. Not just for teachers anymore, children get access, parents, everybody involved in this education thing becomes easier for them. So we cater for everybody as we digitize this curriculum. So you get, for example, an inclusive assessment strategy that was not there before. Things that teachers can go to help each child at any level, to cater for each child. They can access that child's learning, so you'd find that there.
Well, one, it will be more colorful, so it will be more appealing. There will be more inclusive strategies and interactive. It will cater for all different learning styles.
When you say inclusive strategies, give me an example.
Well, the strategies, well, if you've been in a classroom I guess we all were in classroom, and I know it was a lot of talk and chalk, right? So now you would get them to go out and do performance-based stuff. So they would do projects, they would go and make stuff, they would write in their journal. Even though it's mathematics, they could write in their journal. And it is culturally oriented, so there are things that in the environment they could identify with. If you have a child that cannot read well, we will not just judge them by that, but they will still be able to perform well because of the inclusive assessment strategies.